You are listening to Random Gameplay Pimpin.
What is going down? What is going down? This is your boy, Studio MacGyver, and you are listening to Random Gameplay Pimpin'. Welcome to the show, guys. If you're new to the podcast, welcome to the show. If you're into nerd culture, if you are into anime, and most importantly, video games, guess what? You come to the right place because we talk about all of that shit here. This is podcast episode 401. And I have a few things I would love to discuss with you guys. It's a lot going on in this video game space. It's a lot going on in this anime space right now. It's a great time to be an anime fan. It's a great time to be a gamer, guys. And yeah, man, I mean, I know you guys didn't hear anything from me last week, but like I said, I was trying to wait and let some stuff roll over. So like I said, there's going to be weeks where I'm not going to pop up. You're going to at least get 2 episodes a month. 2 to 3 episodes a month. Okay. There's going to be some weeks where you get every Monday. Okay. Like I used to do. But if there's not anything really going on, guys, I am not going to do a show. Now, like I said, there will be other podcast special shows where, I may talk about something like my top 10 something, whether it's anime, gaming, or I may just do a deep dive on a game or an anime, one day. You may be surprised. I may have a guest on here from time to time. So, I've been kind of just bouncing ideas off of some friends and, trying to figure out those type of moves. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update. Also, the channel, Random Gameplay Pimpin' on YouTube, please go check it out. Go subscribe. I am definitely putting more emphasis on that. If you guys are new or if you haven't heard, I am definitely putting some energy into 2 channels. I have 2 channels that I am skillfully trying to, grow a community in. One is Red Pill, dating relationships, marriage life type of stuff, guys. If you're into that, then definitely check out Gray Chin Shinobi. That is on YouTube. And like I said before, a lot of you guys know me over at Random Gameplay Pimpin'. Okay, I got 40 subs right now. I got like 5 new subs recently, 4 or 5 new subs recently. But anyway, it's been around for a minute, but I haven't been serious about the channel. It's just basically been me and my affinity for gaming for the most part on there. And occasionally I will put the podcast up there as well. So there's a lot of different older podcast episodes up there, guys. And I'm going to continue to try to put these podcasts up there now. I decided to just, like I said, put all my eggs in this basket and really see what I can do with this channel, because I started the other channel in mid-January and I had like 4 subs and now I have almost 300. So like I said, that was me being serious, saying, I'm going to take it seriously and I'm going to upload, on a regular basis. I think I upload over there like every other day. I want to say it's like every even day of the period. So it's like, 20th, 22nd, 24th, so on and so on. So I think I upload like that up there. But yeah, I just, put my head down, get the work done. It does require some skill and a little bit of some work to do that. But I think I figured out the recipe for just trying to have a successful YouTube channel. Patience is definitely one of those things. Also, you definitely got to put in some work, roll those sleeves up and, certain days and get work done. But the cool thing about YouTube, you can just go in there. I could take Monday, for instance, and I could say, you know what, I'm going to work on videos all day Monday, and I might get 10 videos, 15 videos done that day, right? And then I upload those videos and I space them out and they come out, that's a good 6 weeks, 2 months worth of content right there. Okay. And I wash, rinse, repeat. When I have another day when I feel like really working like that, I do it. And it's been working for me. So I felt like I can do that for my gaming channel because, like I said, it's one of my favorite things to do. And I might as well take it seriously, man. Who knows what might happen. So be looking out for that. It's going to be more content coming out. It's going to start to kind of slowly come out. And then you're going to start to see it kind of snowball. And you're going to at least get, I'm aiming for 3 to 4 videos a week on this channel. And then, of course, there'll also be, some shorts as well. A lot of shorts there as well. So just be looking out for that, guys. More content there. Keep your eyes open. If you follow the podcast, I think you'll enjoy some of the content there. I'm just going to be doing random gameplays of just different stuff. I mean, hence the name Random Gameplay Pimpin. Some of my favorite games. I'll also be doing retrospectives and deep dives into certain games, some of my all-time favorites. I'll be doing like top 10s, top 5s, favorite video game characters, favorite anime stuff even sprinkled in there. So, I'm going to treat it like I've been treating my other channel and just taking it more seriously. So I'm not forcing myself to do anything. I'm just recording more, okay? Because I do play a lot, and I'm going to be just recording more. So then my boy was like, yo, you just need to just record more. Just record content. Go look over the content. You can find some gems in there, something you may want to share with your listeners or whoever else, and just go there. So I said, you know what? You're right. I'm going to do it. And I've been doing it. I've got some stuff coming later. You guys are probably going to forget, but some stuff coming from the first Berserker, Kazan. But that's, like I said, I've been uploading these for like the end of the year type stuff. So this stuff won't come back around to then, but I've definitely made it spicy and interesting, guys. It's just not me, just playing that game. Okay. Yes, me commentating, but it's me also doing some crazy edits in there as well. Some cool stuff that I think some of you guys will enjoy, especially the death animations. Okay, so every time I take an L, every time I get tucked in, I got something in there kind of special for you guys. So just stuff like that, and every video or every game, I try to come up with something different for certain situations, like deaths in a video game. I may have something special for every time that happens to me in a certain game, like a Dark Souls game or something, whatever. And then depending on what kind of genre the game is, I'll change it up. So that's just something that I've been experimenting with, and I hope you guys like it when those videos do pop up. And yeah, man, so just giving you guys a heads up of what I've been doing and kind of why I've been kind of not putting out content every week. I've been kind of just putting my, nose down and really working hard on these channels and trying to set some up. So, for the future, man, hopefully 5 years from now, these channels could afford me something that I've been really wanting to do, which is work from home for the longest time. And so, yeah, I just going to take it serious and see where it takes me. But anyway, moving on down, guys, let's get to it. I want to talk about some anime. I definitely got some anime. I definitely watched a lot of anime these last couple of weeks, and I'm so excited to talk about some new ones. Also excited to talk about some oldies but goodies, some of my favorites that have came back around. Just got a lot of surprises for the anime stuff. And then I definitely want to talk about the switch to the elephant in the fucking room and break some of that shit down, man, because I knew this was going to happen, and I'm going to, get into it. But there's some light at the end of this tunnel when it comes to the Switch, and it's not even related to the Switch, but in essence, it kind of is. And you'll understand once I break the shit down. But anyway, yeah. And then I want to talk about what I've been playing and what I plan to play, what I would like to play coming on down the line. So yeah, we're going to get into all of that. And then I want to give you guys a little bit of knowledge on a certain website that has helped me out tremendously, and it should help you out. I've talked about them before, maybe 3 or 4 different times, but I'm going to continue to sing their praises because they're just a dope website, man. And I want to get into it. But anyway, let's begin. I'm going to start with my anime watch list for you guys. And I want to talk about what I've been watching, man. And I've just been all over the place. I've been on Crunchyroll. I've been on Netflix. What I love about Netflix is, I don't watch a lot of Netflix, but when I do go back over there, which, I might go over there 3, maybe 4 times a year. And every time I go over there, I see some new shit. And so, they got good movies over there, a lot of stuff. But as far as the anime is concerned, I was pleasantly surprised by a couple of them. And one in particular was Devil May Cry. A lot of people have been talking about this one. And of course, they should be. It's a pretty solid anime, guys. Definitely a good solid 7.5 out of 10 for me on there. It could even be 8 depending on, which day you catch me on, what I'm saying? But it's definitely a solid anime, definitely worth every watch, especially if you're a Devil May Cry fan. Check that one out, guys. It's on Netflix and it's only like 8 episodes. So yeah, you can't lose if you watch that one. So yeah, definitely a solid anime, that one. But the one I really want to talk about on Netflix is one that goes by the name of Moonrise. Okay. Saw this one here. It was definitely different because, first of all, it's 18 episodes. I've never seen an anime where a season is 18. You usually get your 13, episodes. You might get 26 or 24. You know what I mean? But to get 18 episodes, that's definitely different. But hey, I appreciated it and I was enthralled. Okay. I saw this one. I was downstairs. I remember doing some cooking or something like that and watching it. Okay. Started one episode, said I'll just do one episode while I'm doing this down here. And then, I'll go back upstairs because I had some stuff to do. That one episode turned into like 4 episodes before I knew it. I was like, wow, okay, I'm invested. And I'm not going to get too deep into it, but if you're into sci-fi, you definitely want to look into this one. It's definitely an interesting bird. I'll say that. And I'm not going to go into it like that. It's called Moonrise. It's new. It hasn't been on Netflix for very long. You guys need to check this one out. Moving on down the line. I can't believe I'm saying this one though, but, and I remember a friend of mine, he's been on the show a couple times and I've been on his maybe once or twice. He goes by the name of Wonder Soul. Shout out to Wonder Soul out there. He's also a fellow podcaster and also a fellow gamer and anime enthusiast like myself. So he was out here, years ago. I want to say 2.5, maybe even 3 years ago, singing this manga's praises. And I'm talking about from the anime My Hero Academia, that universe. A lot of people may not know this, but they have a huge universe and they have a universe and a name that goes by the name of Vigilante. So My Hero Academia Vigilantes. And this is basically a story of just some throwaway characters, I guess, and they're still trying to fight crime. They still want to be heroes, but their quirks are not very valuable, not very useful, not at least good enough to become a hero. Okay. So they take it upon themselves to kind of do their own thing. Now, in the world of My Hero Academia, you're only in law enforcement or you're a hero. If you're neither one of those, they frown down on you. So trying to take matters in your own hands is kind of frowned down upon in the universe of My Hero Academia, which they call you vigilantes. So they don't really like vigilantes over here in the My Hero Academia world. Okay. But these guys have said, fuck it. They're going to do their thing. And my favorite character is definitely Knuckle Duster, guys. This guy's awesome. I don't want to give too much away, but he's just a badass. He just Google him. He wears a dark, he's dressed in all black, black trench coat, black shirt, black mask. And he has these silver brass knuckles. Okay. And he just goes straight. He gets straight to it. Okay. He's going to punch you in your mouth, man. I mean, just straight up, just like that. And it's more to it than that, but I really like him as a character. Really, really love it. I think there's 3 episodes out now. I've watched all 3 and I really like this series, guys. I didn't even know it was out, but I heard a friend of mine talking about the manga and he was reading it and he just fell in love with the manga. And I'm sure I need to holler at him because he's probably very excited about this if it's even out. Cause this one crept under the radar for me. Like straight up, I was just going through Crunchyroll and I was like, whoa. And Crunchyroll's deep. Like it's a lot of stuff, man, on there that I did not know was on there. Like you can just swim for this. I mean, my backlog is like 60 something different anime. So yeah. And that's just a blip on the radar. So yeah, man, I mean, I could just watch Crunchyroll and nothing but Crunchyroll if I had to and never get tired of finding anything, especially it forces you, if you watch it long enough, to expand your palette. I always tell guys who are into anime to expand your palette. Don't just stick to shonen. Don't just stick to, if you're into one genre in particular, I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, don't tuck yourself in a corner because you're missing out on a lot of dope shit, man. It's just kind of like listening to one genre of music. If you're not exploring, you're going to miss out on so many great things. And it just expands and it just makes the quality much better, so, and you feel like you always have something to go to, if you've watched all the shonen you think you've seen there and you're like, oh, that's it for right now, then you can say, okay, well, let me go with this genre or that one or a mixture of them and kind of just fall in love with new shows or whatnot. So yeah, man, that's that. But anyway, My Hero Academia Vigilante is out there now. I think the 4th episode should be around soon. So I'm definitely going to watch that. But yeah, really into that one. And then here's another one. Here's one I started that everybody been telling me, yo, you need to watch this. And I've been seeing it everywhere. I'm talking about Blue Lock. Blue Lock is everywhere. and it's awesome. Okay. I am in, I think, episode 7 now. Started watching that one as well. And I definitely see the appeal. And I've watched sports animes before. Which, like I said, there's some really awesome ones out there. And I don't know, man. I just love the way this is done. This show. And there's so many seasons. There's movies and stuff. So I'm excited to keep watching and eventually kind of go over there and dip into that stuff and see what that's about. So looking forward to that. It's always cool when you find a new anime, especially one that has multiple seasons and you are just scratching the surface, because you're like, you always know you have something to watch. Okay. Whether it's just 1 or 2 episodes while you're winding down before the next day, or whether you want to sit down, get some snacks and, do a binge, on about, 7, 8, 9 episodes or whatever. So that's always a beautiful thing for me personally, guys. I got the Japanese futon here now, sitting here on the floor. So when I have long nights, gaming sessions, whatever, I don't even go in my main room. I just, I let my daughter come in here and bust on my door and wake me up and tell me to come in there and, watch TV with her. So, you know what I mean? So it's a beautiful thing. But anyway, moving on, let's talk about the anime that I'm so happy that I can't believe I didn't see this one coming. And when you're busy and you have a lot of stuff going on, let's keep it real. I mean, you're going to lose track of things, especially when there's just so many things happening. Okay. There's so many games, too many to count. I could never cover them all. Not even close. Same thing with anime. And that rings true here, guys, because this anime here, goddamn, this is one of my favorite anime that nobody really talks about. This is an anime that I think doesn't get enough credit. And I'm talking about Fire Force. Fire Force is finally back. And I'm so happy to say that. I mean, Jesus. And it's on the 3rd episode. So a lot of stuff, is out now. I get to watch Fire Force. I get to watch My Hero Academia Vigilante side by side, because it looks like they both came about the same time. They both have 3 episodes out now. I'm just very happy, man. I've only watched the first episode because I just discovered it not too long ago. So I'm looking forward to knocking out these other 2 and then possibly 3 after this week. So yeah, I have about a good solid 3 episodes to watch on that. And yeah, I'm rubbing my hands together like Birdman. It's evident. So looking out for that. It's just a great time to be an anime fan right now, guys. And that's my anime watch list. That's what I've been watching thus far. And I think that's going to keep me busy. But who knows, guys? I think Blue Lock is definitely going to keep me busy for a while. And who knows? I may scoot to something else. I may do a binge or 2 on Blue Lock and then take a break from there and then go somewhere else. So we'll see, guys. If you have any recommendations, please, anybody, please hit me up, man, on Twitter. Hit me up on any of my platforms, guys. Hit me up on YouTube somewhere. Hit me up at hit me up on my Instagram at Studio MacGyver. Okay, give me some recommendations. I would love to hear them. I mean, I'm open pretty much all genres for the most part. I love harem animes. I love, believe it or not, romances. I guess apparently I like a lot of romance animes, guys. As of late, I've been watching those. Don't understand why, because I don't watch that shit. I don't watch the stuff here. I don't watch, movies like that. I don't watch regular TV shows like that. So I'm trying to find out why I liked so much like the anime versions of some of this stuff, man. I guess it's because it's anime. I don't know. It's in Japan and I love that culture. I don't know, man. I really don't. But I find myself watching a lot of them, like the Rent-A-Girlfriends, Domestic Girlfriend. There's so many dope ones that I've fell in love with. You know what I mean? I can't name them all, but there's a lot of them, guys. And so, it is what it is. But let's move on. Let's get off of that train and let's talk about some games or gaming in general. And I want to talk about the elephant in the room. I want to get that out the fucking way and talk about the Switch too, because I knew it was coming and most of you guys probably knew as well. The frenzy has come and gone. People have, fought and crawled and scratched their way to try to get their pre-orders down, and a lot of people have succeeded and some have not. But it is safe to say that now, if you're looking for a Switch 2, good luck on that, guys, because you're not going to find them anywhere. Okay. Now you could go to eBay like always, and you could get one maybe scalped, but apparently something strange has been happening on eBay. A lot of people have gotten on eBay and put up false advertisements, okay, on the Switch. All right. And it seems like they were purposely doing that to drown out all of the scalpers. All right. So, the scalper may have one up there for $750 and somebody else will put one on there for $450. Okay, retail price, and just to bury them, all right, in different advertisements so that no one's coming to them for the, or they just get drowned out. Okay. So apparently eBay is kind of, they're checking these one by one, and they're cracking down on some of it. But right now they're having a hard time trying to keep it at a minimum because they're just basically being trolled right now. The scalpers are being trolled, and hey, it is what it is. I mean, you're not going to hear me cry for these scalpers out here, guys. It is what it is. Whatever they do or whatever they get coming to them, it's their fault. I personally believe that, but anyway, it is what that's that. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. Excuse me. But anyway, that's what's going on in one spectral that's happening in the world of Nintendo. But I called this a long time ago, guys. I'm sure other people have called this. As much as we bitch and moan about Nintendo, as much as we talk about how we, we're sick of what they're doing and we don't like, some of these practices. They're still going to sell, okay? Because they're still a limited product. They're still going to sell. Nintendo is a name where it's almost like people are going to buy it or just want to buy it for the sake of saying they have a Nintendo Switch. I mean, I feel that a lot of people are doing that. And, there are some huge Nintendo fans out there who, no matter what you tell them, they're going to buy what they want. Okay, they're going to buy that Nintendo product. They're going to buy everything that has a Nintendo name on it. And hey, if that's their preference, let them live their life. And if that's what makes them happy. What if somebody told me, yo, man, you can't play Sony, or you can't play, you can't play Xbox. You can't like them both, or whatever they try to tell you that is not cool or you shouldn't do. Why would I conform to that? You know what I mean? I'm going to do what makes me happy, right? I'm just going to play cool games. Cool games are on all kinds of platforms, and I'm definitely going to get to that later on in this show. But so it is what it is, guys. I mean, like I said, me personally, I'm not buying it right now. I said that I will eventually, and I will when it becomes available everywhere. I'm not going to get the scalp version. It makes no sense to. There's not anything to play right now, guys, unless you're just a huge Mario Kart fan. And I'm not. I never was a huge Mario Kart fan. And the Donkey Kong game looks cool, but it's not enough to justify me paying $80 for that. And then $500 after tax for the Switch too. And then maybe possibly having to get a controller, because I don't know if my 8-bit dough is going to work with the Switch too. It should, but I'm not going to get that $90 controller. But even if I say I don't, and I still am able to use my 8-bit dough controller on that, that's still $580. Almost $600 right there just to play Donkey Kong right now. And that's it. And if I finish Donkey Kong, then what else is there left? There will be coming a lot of third-party games coming. So games that are already out for, the systems a lot of us already own. So I'm not going to buy another a game that's out on a PlayStation 5. Why would I buy that version of it? Not for the portability, because you're playing a game like that portable, you're going to get an hour and a half out of that, and then your battery's done. And I don't play the Switch often anyway, in handheld mode. I play the Switch mostly in docked. So the reason I have a Switch in the first place is because of games that, the Switch put out that I was into that you couldn't get anywhere else. Okay, like Astral Chain, stuff like that. Daemon X Machina, when that first came out, even though now it's out for PC. But for a long time, I think 2 years, it was not. It was just an exclusive for Nintendo. And that's my favorite game on the Switch. Believe it or not, Astral Chain is up there as well with Platinum Games. But those are the games I'm talking about. Those are the games that you're not really going to get anywhere else. And until Nintendo starts kicking those out on a normal, that's when I'll get them, like I said, Donkey Kong's cool, but it's not enough for me personally. So hopefully, I know for a fact they will come out with something, a few games, most likely, that you can't get anywhere but Nintendo. And when those appeal to me, then I will say, oh, it's time. It's time to go ahead and make that purchase. And then by then, everything else will be worked out. They'll be available everywhere. I won't have to worry about scalpers. Definitely. That'll be a problem that I won't have to have. Also, I'll be able to see what the third-party companies have done, because I really want to know what these third-party companies are going to plan, because they're planning stuff. Think about all the stuff that all the accessories that you can get now for the Nintendo Switch. There's so many cool accessories that the Switch has that you can buy, and they're third-party. All right. My favorite thing on the Switch for the Switch 1 that I ever bought was the Hori controllers, the Hori sliding Joy-Cons. Okay. They don't do anything special, but they're very comfortable. They're definitely, if I did play a portable, that's what I would use. I cannot stand, I'm just being honest, I cannot stand those Joy-Cons. I never liked the Joy-Cons, man. And, you know, I'll never play the Switch, or have never played the Switch like that, where one person gets one Joy-Con and the other person gets the other one, guys. It's very cumbersome. My hands are too big to deal with that. And it wasn't never an idea for me to play like that. So I've always, you know, wanted a controller to play my Switch in dock mode. And if I did play the handheld, I wanted something big enough and sturdy enough that could handle it and make my hands comfortable, and had an actual directional pad on there. Right. And the Hori has all of that. So that was the best purchase I made for that. And there are many more. They had other brands and versions of that for the Switch 1. And I'm waiting to see what they come up with for the Switch 2 in that regard. And so, you know, those things will start to become available. And who else knows what else? They may have their own third-party docking system, because I have one for the Switch 1 as well, where if I travel and I wanted to take the Switch with me, I can still put it on TV and still play it like I would play it here. So I have all that stuff. And, you know, I'm sure if we wait long enough, they will come up with all that for the Switch 2 as well. So, plus the prices will come down a little bit and all of that. And you can finally get some sales on some of these games that, the Switch has, you know, that aren't Mario or Zelda, that may come down. So that's me. And, you know, I'm just not fond of the price gouging that Nintendo is doing on their first party games, man. I'm just going to keep it real. They're doing a lot of shady shit. They're doing some things that I don't like. And with the cartridge right now, especially with the third-party games, most of these third-party games, and I told you guys this, most of these third-party games are going to be missing on the fucking cartridge. Okay, they're not going to be there. You're going to have to download that. Okay, and like I said, when these servers go belly up, these games are going to be worthless. Okay, they try to claim and tell you, hey, look, you can sell this cartridge, resell this cartridge, because all you got to do is put the cartridge in the Switch and you can download that game. But the question then becomes, well, when the servers go down, you can't resell that anymore. Okay, so it's worthless. So there's no way of getting that download anywhere but the server. So that's where people are having issues with, because most people who collect for Switch buy the cartridges because that's the special thing. It's something that you can put in and play, and you don't have to worry about anything else. Downloading this, downloading that. The game is perfectly playable right there. Okay. And we're losing that. And I know that we're going to a new era in gaming where, you know, for the most part, we are going to be living in a digital age. But there are some cool things about digital stuff, but there's also some trashy things, because when you have digital shit, it can always be taken from you. Okay, if need be, they could do whatever they want and say, well, you know what, we're going to put something out, and if your shit is connected to the internet, we're going to delete this game off of there. So basically, you can never go back online with your system because, hey, they're going to take this game from me that I love so much, and I have no other way to play this said game. I mean, these are the things that people hate about, you know, having digital games. The pluses, of course, we all know that as well. Easy access, you know what I mean? And things of that nature. But like I said, guys, I'm somebody who believes in video game conservation. I have a lot of my games. I keep a lot of my stuff. I got my PSP. I still keep all my old, my Sega Saturn, my Dreamcast, all those things I still have. My Nintendo 64, you know, I still love these things. And I just believe in conserving these things, you know, so I'm going to try to keep collecting as long as I can until we can't anymore. All right. There's some appeal to it to me. You know what I mean? I get both sides. I really do. But that's just how I feel about it. And Nintendo, I just feel that their way of doing some of the things that they're doing, I think they kind of lost touch with a lot of the stuff that they've been doing. OK. And now they're starting to look like they have no soul in certain aspects and certain lights, in my humble opinion. Okay. When you're saying this is what the price is going to be, we don't give a fuck about the consumer. If you can't pay for it, and hey, it is what it is. Play the Switch 1. You know, that's going to rub a lot of people the wrong way. And then you have companies, you know, who are making games like Expedition 33 for $50, who's got the internet on fire right now. And they come out and it's basically shining that light more extreme on Nintendo and showing, what a lot of companies should be doing as opposed to what they're doing now. You know what I mean? And I'll get to Expedition 33 and Two Shakes of a Lamb's Tail, but Nintendo has, they've been smoking something. They've been hitting endo sticks. They've been smoking scrolls, something. Okay. They've been definitely drinking sake. Their sake glasses have definitely been filled to the brim as of late with some of these decisions. But like I said, guys, we can bitch all day, and all the people bitching and moaning, hey, that shit's still sold out. Okay. It's still sold out. And until that stops, nothing is really going to change, guys. I think that's just what it is. And you just got to roll with the punches, and do what you got to do. So, all I can do is worry about me. And all I can do is tell you guys that, yes, I am going to get the Switch, but it's not going to be on their terms. It's going to be on my terms. And, I never buy systems brand new anyway. Pretty much I can think all the way back the early days. I never bought any of them new because either I wasn't interested in the games day one, or I wanted to wait till they had a number of different games, and everybody has that game that just speaks to them. Sometimes people get lucky or unlucky, depending on how you look at it. And you get a game and it's like, oh, this game I just have to have this game. And it just happens to be a launch title. So of course now you want that game launch. I mean, so it just hadn't been a game that has done that to me. So I just didn't feel the need to buy it day one. So I just waited. And let's keep it real. I mean, as of late, a lot of this stuff you're not going to be able to find anyway like that. I mean, I literally paid $700 for my PS5. Okay. A scalped PS5. That's just what happened. And, it is what it is, but no more. Those days are over. And like I said, there's too many games anyway for me to play and just out there in general to be worried about the Switch 2 right now, paying all that money to play something I don't really want to play right now, just to say I can have the Switch. So yeah. That's me. That's where I stand on it, guys. Probably be a good year from now. And when I, pick that up, and you definitely keep you guys posted. You will definitely know when I get it and all that. Also with the Nintendo, they got the voice chat, but you got to pay for a subscription for that, which I think is kind of shady. Also, the Switch has this entry level game to kind of break down how to even use and navigate the Nintendo Switch 2. You have to pay $10 for that. I mean, they got price tags on everything. So I'm just saying right now for me, guys, it's just not time for me yet. So like I said, I'm a Sony baby. First and foremost, the Switch for me is my sidekick system, has always been my sidekick system. And then I got the game, the Xbox, at late. The Xbox is kind of almost the second tier now. It used to be Nintendo, but it's kind of battling with each other now because Game Pass has just been doing its thing. I mean, I preach about Game Pass to you guys. Longtime listeners know I've admitted a lot of times that the Game Pass is solid. It's definitely solid. It's just, what kind of gamer are you? If you play a lot of video games like me, you're going to have some uses for it. I mean, I bought it. When I first bought it, it wasn't even for me. It was for my son. And it was just for him so he could have stuff to play and never have to worry about, buying all these games and all this stuff. And then I just kind of, they got this. What? This is out. This is coming day one. And then I said, oh shit, a lot of these games I would buy, but I can just try them out and play them now. And if I really love them, hey, you can go out and buy them later. And you always have something to play. You just never, it just adds, adds another side to your dish, So that's why I'm not really sweating Nintendo. I mean, just so many things to play. All the stuff on Game Pass coming out now. That's out now. A lot of stuff coming next month. There's a shit ton of stuff coming out next month. And a lot of it's on Game Pass, guys. And that's not including my backlog. Games I've already bought. Okay. On all systems. On the Switch. On, you know what I mean? PlayStation. All of it. Right. And then not including all my retro stuff. So I have nothing to complain about. So me not getting a Switch 2 is not going to hurt my feelings right now, guys. So that's what I'm saying. Now, everybody's not like that, though. Everybody's not like that. Not everybody plays everything. Some people out there just are into Switch, and that's fine too. Like I said, I'm not trying to piss on anyone who went out and got their Switches, pre-ordered all that. That's not what I'm here saying. I'm just saying that Nintendo has been doing some things that have been Diddy-like, very suspect. And I'm not ready to partake in those activities right now. Okay. And I don't have any reason to. And I'm just speaking personally. Now, let's get off of Nintendo And let's talk about what I've been playing, what I want to play. Let's talk about some of these things, guys. And then I'll leave you guys with the Deku deal stuff. But yeah, okay. I think everybody knows Oblivion. Okay. That's been the talk of the town, guys. Oblivion 4 remaster is out. Okay. A lot of people have been playing it. A lot of people have been really liking it. I've never played the game, so I did download it. And the crazy thing is it came out, I think, a couple days before Expedition 33 came out. So I had a friend of mine who started playing it, and I was going to start it, but I said, you know what? It's too close to Expedition 33. I'm going to get to it. It's been a game I've been highly, highly anticipating. Probably it was my most anticipated game so far this year. I'm not going to lie to you. And I'm going to get to that. But Oblivion 4 remaster is definitely there, and I'm definitely going to be playing it at some point because I did download it. It's a huge game too, like 120 something gigs. God damn. But it's on Game Pass. Like I said, guys, Game Pass, hey, you just can't deny it, man. I don't care who you are. You just can't deny they are fucking doing their thing right now. Okay. They're definitely cooking right now. But anyway, that's one I want to play eventually and get to. Another one that I have been playing, you guys should already know, the first Berserker Kazan. Okay. I was stuck on another boss. Okay. The first boss was Viper, and that was a problem for a lot of people. And then after him, it was Maluka, who I was having such a hard time with, guys. Finally got past his bitch ass, and now I'm in the area after him, and that area is definitely a problem. Okay. I've been running around, gradually progressing through it, trying to get to the boss or whatever. And that's where I left off at. So I put that down because, like I said, anticipating the one and the only Expedition 33, which is no fucking cakewalk in itself. That game is definitely a turn-based game, but the game is not holding your hand. Okay. That parry game your parry game has to be on point. Okay. Or I'm finding out, your dodges, and if not that, your defense. So you got to be able to take these hits because they hit hard. They fucking slap. Okay. And so I'm going to be in this game for probably 100+ hours. First playthrough. Okay. I'm not rushing through anything, even if I wanted to. And I'm not going to play the story mode, which you could, turn down the difficulty at any time, which is cool. Have that option, but I'm not going to choose to play it that way. I'm just going to grind until I can get past these guys and move on. But the story, everything about this game, if you haven't heard, which most of you probably have, Expedition 33 is probably going to be game of the year, guys. It's definitely a contender already. I don't know too many other games that are going to be able to put it out. I just don't. I just really don't, man. I mean, and it's rare when you see a game and you say, damn, I think this game looks breathtaking. I can't wait to play it. And then when you play it, you get that same feeling. Like it's usually something that somebody drops the ball, or it's just, it's like that female who you meet, right? And you go on a date with, but she's wearing so much makeup. And now you're wondering what's up under there. Okay. And then you find out once you take a wet washcloth and you do one hard swipe on the side of the cheek. Oh God. There's a lot of stuff behind that cake. And this is not that game. This is not one of those games, guys. This game here is a small AA studio, a team of about 34 people who decided to make a game like this. And it's Unreal Engine 5, definitely. They've just put together a wonderful, superbly written story. Oh my God, don't get me started on the soundtrack, because I'm a sucker for soundtracks as well. So if you put it all together, like there wasn't a game that I felt this crazy about. I mean, when's the last one that really Nier Automata comes to mind with the soundtrack, everything just perfectly. You know what I mean? With the soundtrack too. I mean, there's been great games. Last of Us 2, there's God of War. There's some great ones out there. Don't get me wrong. But this game here and I don't play a lot of turn-based RPGs either. That's the thing. But this game here has got me enthralled. I mean, I had my son playing it. We've been playing together the last few days. I literally, had to go down there and cook something. So I went down there. And while I was down there, he said, "Can I stay up here and grind for you?" I said, "All right, as long as you don't do any story beats, cool." And grind he did. I came back. I had some new goodies. And then the other day I came home from work and I said, okay, I'm going to go take a shower. Go ahead and, grind for me until I get out. came out the shower, ready to play, grinded some more, got some more goodies. So yeah, I mean, we're loving this game. This game is just so beautiful. The story is dark. There's some bright spots, in there as well. There's some of those moments, but the story, man, I just can't stop thinking about it. I can't stop trying to figure out, what happened, why this is going on. And I'm not going to spoil myself with it. I'm going to find out on my own. And I just love this game, man. It's only $50. I am going to be buying it for PS5 once it's all said and done. I don't know when. Eventually I'm going to get it, but I am going to buy it. It's definitely going into the library. It deserves it so much. It's definitely that game. Okay. And if you have not played this, you need to beeline to your nearest store or go to Amazon, whatever you need to do, and play this game. You need to experience this game. It is so good. The turn-based doesn't even actually even feel like turn-based because there's so many things you can do within that game. Okay. You're always on your toes, right? If you're not hitting them, then you're needing to parry them, dodge them, or jump out of the way for them. So you don't get hit, and it becomes a beautiful dance. Okay. Because there's been bosses that I've, met up with and who have tucked me in like a small child, or, a few times. And then I just kept going back, figuring out how they move. Okay, I'm going to dodge or I'm going to parry, mostly dodge because that parry window is tight. Okay. I'm just keeping it real, and figured out how to beat them. Right. And then just, punish them and win. And it felt so good to do that. And the game is awesome. The game is awesome. You should play it. Everybody should play it. And you can grind to your heart's content as well. I love grinding. There's something about grinding. I will grind for 2 hours. Okay. On levels. I don't care. I will find a perfect, nice place to grind and do my thing there, guys. I love it. And if the game is fun, you're going to spend so many hours doing that. Okay. Getting yourself ready, mixing and matching, making your own builds and stuff that with these characters. It's so deep. The depth is crazy. Each character is different. They play different. They have a different play style. And you'll understand once you start playing, to the point where I have to look at guides on some of these characters, like how to use them, because the way that their moves and stuff work. And then once you start getting the synergies and things of that nature, it's crazy. And I'm still early. In the game, guys. But so far, so fucking good. And I'm definitely, that's where all my attention is. I'm not playing anything else. I don't have a desire to play anything else. I have a friend who's playing multiple games, including this. And I said, man, I don't know how you're doing this right now. But I'm not doing that. I'm focused on this one and this one alone. And I will not play anything else until after that. So Expedition 33 is a must play. And it is definitely a Game of the Year contender for me, and not just me, so many other people. Go to YouTube and check it out. I'm sure you've seen them. I'm sure you've seen lots of YouTubers. Maybe your favorite gaming YouTuber has done a video on it. It's excellent, man. It's absolutely, it's great. It's awesome. It's everything I hoped it would be and more. And I'm just getting started. So I had to sing its praises, and you guys need to play it. It's on Game Pass. Let me say that. Let me leave with that. It is on Game Pass, guys. I just can't believe this team. These guys are fucking excellent. And it shines a lot of light on what's going on in the gaming community, man. With a lot of these companies who are AAA companies charging you this, charging you that. Okay. A lot of these, online games. Okay. It just sheds light on what really makes a game special, guys. This is a single player game, single player experience, which is my favorite kind of game. Mostly I play by myself. I like, adventure, action, RPGs, with great stories. This is everything. This is all those things. And it's $50. They're telling us like, yo, we can make something this beautiful, which most people can't even believe it's a AA game. It could definitely easily pass for AAA. A lot of people it's making them look bad is what it's doing. It's making a lot of these companies look bad, and it's going to keep them on our toes. We need games like this. We as fans of games, we need gamers and companies and publishers. We need these kind of people to come out and make games like this, because it's going to keep these other guys on their toes. It's going to make them look bad, and it's going to make them work harder. Okay. Especially if they're charging $70, $80 for a game, it's going to make them, get it right. Okay. Get it fucking right, man. This is rare. You don't get a lot of studios that come out like this and lay not an egg, but a gem, okay, of a game. And they've done it. They've done it, man. So I can't wait to talk about this game in more depth once I finish it and just talk about it, because I got a feeling I'm going to be talking about this one for a while with the lore and things of that nature and how everything comes together. Some of the characters, I got a feeling that I am going to become a huge, and I do mean huge, Expedition 33 fan. So I'm already there, but I just see myself just deeper and deeper, man, into one of these games, the defining game, where kind of like how Near Automata, I have a poster of that in my man cave, and it was a custom poster. I went to I think Fedekis Kinko's, and I said, I had a picture picked out, and I handpicked this, and I said, I want this, and I want this on poster. And I did that. And that's how much passion I have for that game. And, this is one of those games. This is definitely one of those games. I see merch coming for this. I definitely see myself buying a lot of the merch for this game as well. So yeah, man, this game is the shit. So highly recommend it. Definitely check it out. I'll finally leave it there. Let's get on to the last piece of the puzzle. Okay. I want to just leave you guys with this, and I'm talking about Deku Deals. All right. And this has helped me tremendously when it comes to games. This is not a sponsor. This is none of that stuff, guys. This is just straight up something I've been talking about for a while now. And I think it'll help you guys a lot. Okay. If you play pretty much anything, they cover all bases. If you're a PC player, they cover that. If you're Nintendo, if you're Xbox, if you're Sony, they cover everything. So how Deku Deals works is I go there for sales and stuff. Okay. If I'm looking for some sales, I'm looking for some games that are cheap. I'm talking about dirt cheap, like, $2, $3, $4. Okay. I go there and you can find them, because there's so many games. You don't have time to search game by game, right? Sometimes. And let's just say you want a game you have your eye on. You know the name of the game. Cool. You can type that in. It will tell you what systems the game is on. It will tell you if there's a sale on the game. If it's not, it will tell you when the last sale was. And it will even tell you how often the game goes on sale. That is beautiful. Then you can save it. So when it does go on sale, you can get email notification that, hey, this game is on sale now. And then you can go buy the game. So you can go down there picking all the games you like. And then some will be on sale. Some will eventually come on sale. And you're just like, yo, okay, cool. I will not buy this unless I can get it for this or that. And then there you have it. It's crazy and it's beautiful. It's dope. And there's so many games. There are so many, from indie games all the way to AAA, AA, like you name it, guys. They're there. Okay. So I'm digging it. And the reason why I'm digging it is because I found, a game I was looking for. I was going to buy it on Xbox. It's called Wanted Dead. I've talked about this game. This is a game I've wanted to play, especially because when it first came out, it definitely had some issues. Okay. And it's one of those quirky games, one of those AA games that, just, I don't know how to, a lot of people, you either hate it or you really just really love it. And this is one of the games that I find myself really loving. I can see myself playing this, getting a kick out of the character, female who is a kind of cyborg reject, who basically did some dirt in the past, got caught, and now is basically being used like a member of a Suicide Squad. So you got a team of people who are like-minded and who have done some of the things you've done. And now, for your freedom, hey man, we're going to send you out here on these crazy, kamikaze type missions. You have a katana and you also have guns. So it's a shooter. It's also you can do finishers with your katana, things of nature. And lots of stuff has been added since the game has come out. And they've had huge updates. So the developers have been sticking to it. And they've kind of pulled like a No Man's Sky on this game, this turnaround. So a lot of people don't know about that. So with all these huge updates and stuff now, it's a completely different game in a lot of senses. And now it's a perfect time to pick up and play. And I've always said I wanted to add it to my library, but I stumbled upon it on Xbox for $7.50 right now. I think May 1st is when it goes off sale. But Deku Deals, thank you to Deku Deals. It also had me on Sony. So I just typed in, you can basically tell it, hey, I just want to look for these systems. If you just want one system, multiple. So I had Xbox and Sony because I wanted to compare them and see if some, a lot of them have the same sales and just different dates and stuff like that. So, and a lot of them have different games on sale. So that game is also on sale on PS5, PS4, and that one's on sale until May 8th on PlayStation, but only May 1st on Xbox. Same price, $7.50 for this game. So I'm going to be buying it probably tomorrow and just so I can keep it on my library. So this is a game I want to play eventually, and then do some content behind as well. And if I can play it on PlayStation as opposed to Xbox, I'm always going to go Sony first. A couple reasons. One, because I just love the way the PlayStation controller feels in comparison to the Xbox controller. I was literally looking for a new Xbox controller, guys, today and yesterday, because I don't like the Xbox controller that comes with the Xbox. I can't explain it. Some of you guys may understand what I'm trying to say, but the buttons are too clicky. You know what I mean? I need softer buttons, man. I mean, I need buttons with a little bit more give, and Sony has that. So I'm trying to find a controller that will work with that. Matter of fact, when I get off of this episode, I'm going to try my 8-bit Do controller with this Xbox and see if it works. We're going to do some experimentation. And if it does work, then I'll go there. But if it doesn't, then I will be looking for a third-party Xbox controller. I bought my son one for about $30 last year. Okay. And it was, I don't care. It was wired. And I don't give a fuck if it's wired or not. I will play a game wired all day. I don't give a damn. I'm close to my monitor. I don't play far away, and I just care about the feel, the experience. And this controller that I bought my son was dope. It felt great. I was like, man, I want to buy another one. But, I never got around to it. And he destroyed that controller. He runs through controllers like, I don't know what. I still have my original controller. Never changed. Still got the same one, but kids tear shit up. Just know that. But anyway, I wanted something like that. I can't remember the name of it or whatever. I've lost track, but I'm going to have to try to hunt down one if this doesn't work. So I'm going to go to a moving trading company, which is one of my spots. If I can't find one there, I'll check on Amazon or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. It's the clickiness of it, man. I'm not a fan of it, and it takes away from my experience. And I've been playing a lot of Xbox. I'm going to be playing a lot of Expedition 33. So probably a good 100 hours. So I need something that's going to make that happen for me, make me as comfortable as possible. But anyway, Deku Deals is a game changer, though. It's there. I'm going to be able to do it. But one of the other reasons why I would rather do PlayStation 5 rather than Xbox is because of the capturing. Okay, because I would love to capture my playthrough on this playthrough. I'm not going to be able to do it and make content for that because the Xbox's DVR, I don't even think they really have one. They have a small one. I think you can do like up to 1 minute of gameplay. You could do longer, but you'd have to, I think they said you have to do something with an external hard drive. And I'm looking into that, but it's just too many hoops you got to jump through. I'm going to do some more research for that though, to kind of take content on, off the Xbox. It's just too much when Sony has their own suite. Okay. So their DVR is built in. I think you have up to an hour to you can take at a time. And then you can actually edit your videos in PlayStation. So you can chop it up in there. Okay. You can add audio in there. And then I did an experiment the other day. I have this microphone that I'm using now. Matter of fact, I love this USB microphone because I was trying to circumvent my workflow, and this has everything in here. This microphone has a headphone jack inside of the microphone, so you can throw that in there. And it's just a plug and play. And I love that because my other mic is, it's a condenser mic, but it runs on a external sound card. So it was just a lot, and then it used XLR cables, and the cable I had was janky. I think you guys remember some of those episodes, all my OGs or my long-term listeners. And it was just a struggle every day. So I'm recording a lot now. I'm doing YouTube channels now, multiple YouTube channels, podcast, and, just a lot of stuff going on. So this makes more sense. But I tried, I plugged this into the PS5 the other night and did some, playing when I was playing the first Berserker, and it recorded all that. It was nice and crispy because I didn't like the mic that I was using on my other headphones. This one came out crispy, and I said, I think I found my new way to record my gameplay when I'm recording to do content for you guys. So just like I said, the PlayStation is just ready for all that. And then also I uploaded my Random Gameplay Pimpin logo, and you can upload it into the PlayStation. And so when I'm editing my videos, when I render them and move them to my hard drives or my thumb drive to record it or edit it, my laptop, my shit is already there. Okay. It's already there. And I don't have, that's just one step I can avoid, don't have to worry about moving forward. You know what I mean? It's cool, man. Like I said, it's awesome. I really like what the PlayStation has to offer, and it's been doing that since the PS4. Okay, so anytime you want, it just makes recording content just so much easier. You know what I mean? It's just so much. You find an awesome moment, something happens, you want to record that, you can do that easily. Xbox makes that shit so hard, man. I just don't understand why. They're more than capable of making that happen. You know what I mean? Putting a DVR in there and trying to make their own, but I don't know. Maybe they will one day. I don't know. I don't think Nintendo's doing that with the Switch 2. That's something I've been curious about as well. Are they into, exploring that? Maybe a future update, maybe. Who knows? Now that they got the chat type of thing situation there, I don't know. But I mean, there's a lot of things that make Sony awesome, and that's just an extra thing, overall. But that's here nor there. Check out Deku Deals, guys. If you're into games sales and you're trying to get these, and they also don't, let me add this as well. They don't just do digital sales. They do all sales. I mean, physical as well. So if you're looking for the games in physical form, it will tell you where to go and where you can find that stuff. So Deku Deals is definitely all the way around a awesome app. I think everybody should have it. Every gamer should have it for sure. And especially when you're trying to find sales and deals and, games, you can list your game list and they'll let you know when it's time to buy. So I just wanted to leave you guys with that. I'm going to get out of here now. I think I'm going to just let this one go, man. I'm not going to really edit this too much. I think I'm going to just let this one fly off the handle for you guys. But yeah, I just want to thank everybody for coming out, downloading, streaming the podcast, guys. All my OG listeners, I love you guys. You know it. If you're new to the podcast, guys, welcome to the family. I hope to see you next time and pretty much forever. Okay. And definitely, please don't forget, check me out on YouTube, guys, at Random Gameplay Pimpin. Check out the channel, subscribe to the channel, please. There's going to be content. I'm going to be discussing stuff. And yeah, man. So with that being said, I'm out. Love you guys. You have been listening to your boy, Studio MacGyver, and this is Random Gameplay Pimpin. See you next time.